have it. I have to have it. I have a problem. I know I have a problem. Hi friends, I thought it would be fun to go over all the special editions I have of all my books, and that's not even all of it, so let's get started. So growing up, I never really collected special editions because first off, I didn't even know what special editions were. I just knew of like books. I read them, I loved them, and I didn't know that you could also be a collector of them. Growing up, I don't think there was a lot of special editions created for a lot of the books. The special editions boomed in the last few years because of how big reading has become, and so of course publishing industry has decided to take advantage of that, you know, started popping out special editions left and right, and I'm not mad about that. I truly believe that reading and collecting books are two different hobbies. I love looking at pretty books on people's shelves and on my shelves also. So of course I'm gonna collect collector's editions, especially of my books that I absolutely love. Also books I haven't even probably read yet that I wanted the special editions of. So this is like me being a hypocrite and saying that, oh, I'll only collect books I absolutely love. No, some of these books I collected even though I didn't really particularly enjoy the book, as you will know when I show you the books, and it's like maybe like manifesting trying to make me love the books more as I go on with the series. That's probably wrong, but they're pretty, so I thought I could justify it, but we shall see if I actually continue on with the series or not with some of these books. But enough yapping, let's get started with my special edition, I guess you could say haul slash like tour, because some of them I've gotten in the past few months that I don't think I've ever showcased on any of my bookshelves, because I'm still trying to figure out a way that'll showcase all of them and yet keep them nice and pristine. So we shall see about that, especially since I have like shelves everywhere, but we shall figure it out. So let's get started. There's a random order to this. I think I might start with my special editions first, and then I'll go on to my fairyloot ones that I've gotten in the past few months. But the first one I want to talk about is of course Brimstone. Brimstone I loved. It wasn't as quick of a favorite as Quicksilver, but obviously I still love the series and the characters in the world, so I knew I wanted the special editions. This one is the exclusive edition from Target. Kind of like the end papers are similar to, here, let me just show you. Why don't I just show you? It's not, I don't think it's such a special hardcover. It's literally just Onyx. First page is Carrion, told by his like red hair, and on the back is Onyx. And then the special sprayed edges are what's like different for like the Target edition. There's paws on there. That's probably most likely Onyx's like paws. I love this edition so much because of the fact that not only is the sprayed edges different, but also you could tell that the front is different also. I love like the cover is different. And the next one is the exclusive signed edition by Waterstone. This is the edges. It's like just like fading at the front. It's like an ombre thing that's happening, and same thing with the bottom, but it's like solid blue for this one. This is like the reversible jacket. It's Mirren and her wolf. And then the naked hardcover. I absolutely love the naked hardcover on this. And then the end pages, it's just, I'm kind of a little disappointed by the end pages. It's like a color purple map, but I think they try to make up for that by making the reversible jacket. So I guess I can live with that. There is Sable Sorensen's signature. And then this one is the deluxe hardcover that Phantasma came out with late last year. End pages. And then this is the naked hardcover. And then the end pages. No, honestly, I'm a little bit disappointed by these collector's editions. Well, deluxe edition. I feel like they could have been a little bit more creative with naked hardcover instead of just like the skull. And also the end pages, I feel like just very simple. And I know some people like simple, but I wish the end pages was like including the characters. Imagine Blackwell and like Ophelia on the end pages instead. So I don't know. And then there's Phantasma, purple, matches like their regular cover. And then this is the naked hardcover again. What is up with the skull? Like, why couldn't they have been more creative with it? Like this, a lot of these like little elements that they put on the end pages are tying to the story, but I would have loved it more if they did like the characters of it. I would have loved the edition more, but these are deluxe hardcover for them, so I wish I got the fairyloot ones, but unfortunately I missed out on those, and I'm not going to pay a premium just to get them. So we shall see if there was like any other editions that will come out later once the series is finished. I have no idea how many books are they're gonna be. I think there's gonna be 4 books or a trilogy, I'm not too sure. But then I have Fallen Stars, the Waterstones exclusive edition, the edges. It's like swirls and like tidal waves and stuff. 10 pages, more tidal waves. And then I love like the Little Mermaid detail. I haven't read this yet. I want to reread Heavenly Bodies because I tried to pick this up and read it and I don't remember anything that happened in Heavenly Bodies. You know, honestly, I think I just read it and didn't like it and like left my mind. That's what happens to books I don't like. It just leaves my mind the moment I read it. I guess the next thing I'll talk about is this is the Waterstones exclusive edition again for The Wolf King by Lauren Paul Freeman. The top is solid, bottom is solid. The wolves. And I love the end pages. It's with our female main character and our male main character. And I did pre-order also the second book that's coming out. And my favorite character, my favorite scene from this book. Right there. Oh my gosh, I love this edition so much. So I did pre-order the second one that's coming out in May, I believe, and that's gonna match this one. And of course I'm holding out for the third book to come out in the Waterstones exclusive edition because I have the 2 original paperbacks and I have this one for the edition. So here's that. And this one is just like the 10th anniversary of the Nightingale. I didn't like the paperback copy because it has that like cover where it's the edge is not completely covering the book. I hate those kind of freaking covers. They are so ugly. But I do love the naked hardcover. I love the color. This light blue is one of my favorite colors. In fact, this color was the color I asked my dad to paint my room back in my house. So, and then Eiffel Tower. This whole entire book pretty much takes place in France and one of the sisters ends up in Paris. So at this point I'm already almost done with this book, so I am loving it so far and it's really sad. This one I want to talk about. I have yet to read the series. I was able to get the collector's edition, exclusive collector's edition of Dark Shade of Magic trilogy. So the first book, Dark Shade of Magic. I don't know any of the significance of like the stuff I'm going to show you. Probably if like you look at it. I think it says as Traverse. And then the end pages. Where are the end pages? The special edition came with a map of all the Londons, I guess. And then on the back of it, and I think this is the second book, A Gathering of Shadows, I want to say. I don't know what that says, but end pages. And then A Conjuring of Light. If I put these out of order, I'm so sorry. At least I know Darker Shade of Magic is the first book. I haven't fully examined like the different character designs of it yet because I'm afraid of getting spoiled by things. I love the end pages though. Next two. I think I've repeated multiple times on my channel that the Shepherd King duology is one of my favorite series of all time. It's when I got introduced to Rachel Gillick's writing. I love her writing. I love the gothic atmosphere that it was, and then the tarot based card system. And this is the Barnes & Noble exclusive edition they came out with. They're pretty freaking heavy, and I got this early last year, 2 years ago I think, and I'm a little bit disappointed that they kind of like just copied the regular cover of it. I wish they kind of put a different spin to it. And then the end pages, nothing too special about it, and I'm a little bit regretful of them, so I don't know if I ever want to get rid of them or not. I might not, since like the Shepherd King duology is one of my favorite series of all time, so to have multiple copies of it, I'll gladly take. So this is the Two Twisted Crowns. Again, same cover as the regular cover. And then it says on the back, oh, I didn't even tell you the quote on the back. This one says, "There once was a girl, clever and good, who tarried in shadow in the depths of the wood. There also was a king, a shepherd by his crook, who reigned over magic and wrote the old book. The two were together, so the two were the same, the girl, the king, and the monster they became." And on the back of this, it says, "Here we are, my darling," he whispered to me, "the end of all things, the last page of our story." Again, nothing too special. I wish they were a little bit more creative with this. Same with the end pages. Not too happy with this edition, so we'll see if I end up keeping it in the future. But my favorite edition that they came out with for One Dark Window and Two Twisted Crowns, I believe this is the deluxe editions of them. This one is so much prettier. The foiling on the front, this Elspeth at the front, and then the sprayed edges is why I love it so much. and then the girl, the king, and the monster they became. And then the end pages are so much prettier on this. So much more creative. And then 2 twisted crowns, foiling, the red foiling, and then again, Elspeth at the front. The sprayed edges, and then same thing at the bottom. Oh, I think that's upside down, but you get what I'm showing you. Be wary, be clever, be good. End pages were all the different like cards, and then it's red. It's so good. So I love this edition way more than the Barnes & Noble one. Next is my multiple copies of Fourth Wing, Iron Flame, and Onyx Storm. I'm not going to show you all my copies of the special editions I have, Fourth Wing and all that stuff, because I think I've featured them a lot in other videos. And then I wanted to show my Onyx Storm Target exclusive edition. I went early on the day of release at like 6 or 7 in the morning. Thankfully I went to a smaller Target, and then me and 2 other girls were like the first few in line along with my boyfriend. So I'm glad he actually convinced me to go get it, because I seriously thought that they wouldn't have any more, but he like convinced me to do it because I participated in the crap show that it was for trying to order online, and that was a nightmare to do. So I'm so happy I got this edition. I like that there's like a single dragon on the side. Of course, I love Fourth Wing. I've said in multiple times in different videos how it's one of my favorite series of all time. And then my kind boyfriend knows how much I love the Fourth Wing series. He gifted me, as a part of my birthday gifts, all 3 of the Waterstone exclusive editions they came out with. Because Waterstone, they came out with these editions obviously when each book was released. All 3 of them I missed out on. They were all sold out by the time I got to them. And then Waterstones announced that they were doing another run of them. It was happened around my birthday, so my boyfriend kindly pre-ordered for me, and then came out at the end of February, mid-February, and oh my gosh, I'm so happy I have them. Like, in all honesty, there's nothing really special about the end pages. It's just a map of the world, but the sprayed edges are the reason why I wanted them. Iron Flame, the thickest book of all of them, but I do love the end cover of these though, because look, I don't think there's anything, yeah, there's nothing on the naked hardcover, unfortunately, but there you go. And then Onyx Storm. I think this one has my favorite end pages. It's Satan and Violet. Oh my gosh, I love this so much. I love them so much. I miss them so much. And I'm going to show you how they look like with all the sprayed edges together. See how like the dragons are at different spots? It looks so good on my shelf. I'm so happy with them. Last couple before I go into my fairyloot editions. So remember when I said I buy special editions for books that I don't really enjoy? Did not enjoy my time with When the Moon Hatched. I'm planning to read it again before the second one comes out, so I'm hoping that I like it more. But when I saw this edition going around, I had to have it. I had to have it. I have a problem. I know I have a problem. And will I stop? I don't know. It says in the front, heartbreak has a tone that echoes through the ages. It's not that I hated the writing of When the Moon Hatched, I just did not like the female main character. And also, I love the dragons in this book, so I'm hoping the second book will make me a huge fan, and if I have a chance to grab this edition of it, because I've been seeing it on people's shelves for like the past couple years and I keep seeing it and I'm like, oh my gosh, maybe I should get it. I saw that it was being made available again, so of course I bought it. Guys, I have a problem. I have a problem. And the last 2 are 2 more Waterstones editions. So Waterstone has been hitting it out of the park for like special edition, so I always look to their edition more before I order anything else, because sometimes they are way better than the Barnes & Noble exclusive editions. So this right here is To Bleed a Crystal Bloom. If you saw one of my recent videos of giving authors a second chance, you know how much I dislike this book. So I don't know if I'm gonna end up keeping it or not, but part of my special editions anyways, so I might as well just show it. Because it's so pretty. Despite how terrible the content side of it is, I still think it's pretty. So I don't know if I'll ever continue the series or not, but it's pretty nonetheless. And maybe one of you guys out there love the stories more than I do, so that you would want to see the Waterstone exclusive edition. And then the last non-Fairyloot edition I have is this special edition that came out for the first book of Azrael. I don't know if they're going to come out with every single book, most likely, and there's going to be 7 books, so that's going to take a while. I love this so much. And then my favorite, this is how you do a naked hardcover. And then one of my favorite characters of all time, Diana Martinez. Oh my gosh. I love this so much. And of course, oh, Samuel. Oh, one of my favorite couples of all time. Guys, if you have not picked up Book of Azrael, please do. It's literally one of my favorite series. And it's not even like the male main character is the morally gray one. It's Diana. And she's such a badass. I want to be like her so much. She doesn't give a crap about anything besides the people that she loves. The revenge arc, the character growth. Guys, pick up Book of Azrael. It's so good. That is my regular special editions. Actually, before we do fairyloot, I wanted to do a little shout out to Lilac Library. I pre-ordered this early last year, mid last year. It's another version of a book that I absolutely love, and I saw this version of it and I knew I had to have it. So I got this edition of Quicksilver. Oh my gosh. I think they did another run of it. This was like sold when the original Quicksilver came out, the butterflies from the original cover. The naked hardcover. I got this recently. This came in yesterday. As soon as I got this, I knew I had to make a special edition haul. Look at this. And then it says on the back, because she is moonlight, the mist that shrouds the mountains, the bite of electricity in the air before a storm, the smoke that rolls across a battlefield before the killing starts. You have no idea what she is, what she could be. You should call her Majesty. And then the end pages. Like, come on. Come on! That's so pretty! And then this is literally one of my favorite editions of all time, and I saw it yesterday. I kept admiring it, and I'm so happy that they redid it so that I could get my hands on it, because like I said, Quicksilver is one of my favorite books. So now finally let's get into my fairyloot editions. Now, some of these fairyloot editions I've gotten from like the subscription box, and I've not read some of them yet, but I talked about this like maybe in January. This is one of the books that I read. This is the Windweaver fairyloot edition. It's the regular cover as the reversible, and then the naked hardcover with the feathers, and then the end pages. This is our female main character, and these two are characters you meet. You can guess which one is my favorite. Oh, by the way, I didn't get this in my Fairyloot subscription box. This one came out last year, I think, and I got it from Pingo, and someone like was selling it at a regular price, so I was able to get it. Same thing with the next two. This was actually sold less than MSRP, and this is called The Glittering Edge. It's another like YA, cool, you know, YA mystery, a spooky season vibe. So I'm gonna read this when it comes around September again. I did try to read this last year, but obviously I did not read it. So naked hardcover. And the reason why I looked for this edition is because I saw the regular edition of it. I just didn't like the cover, and so I saw this one and I knew this was the edition I wanted. A special bookmark that came with it, and I love getting these kind of copies on Pingo because a lot of them keep the original box with it and package it really well, especially if it's a book that they don't want, and they keep everything with it. So of course, oh, and also I forgot to show you that there was like little arts, inserts and pages that came with it too, interspersed in between. There's this one. There's more, but I just wanted to show you these two because these two are my favorite. So yeah, they're like little inserts and they're so pretty. Next one is another book I didn't read. I got this because, again, I didn't like the original cover of it, but I do want to read it. It's another YA book, Air of Storms. Like, okay, just look at this. Look at this. How could you not want this edition? The naked hardcover. It's similar to how they did Heavenly Bodies with the naked hardcover. And look. The character, I believe, has water powers. I think this is her. Heard amazing things, and I guess it's like a scene from the book also. I really am wanting to read this soon. I think this would be a perfect summer book because of the fact that like she has water powers, and it was like sold for regular price too. Now these ones are actually part of my subscription. I have the YA subscription, and I got off the waitlist back in December, I want to say. November, December, sometime that month. But I got 7 Deadly Thorns. I've not read this yet. I heard it's a great poison YA book, so. And also it's been on my radar too of like books that I wanted to keep an eye out because I heard it's really good. I think this is a regular cover. Naked hardcover. Actually, I really like that it's black and white for the naked hardcover. And the end pages. Doesn't he remind you of Draco Malfoy? But a tougher, older version of Draco Malfoy. Love it. I love it so much. Okay, so I had a chance to get the Romantasy subscription for fairyloot. I decided not to get it because I'm really kind of losing my love for a lot of romances lately. A lot of them are so similar, and I'm finding my love again for a lot of YA books, especially since I'm rereading Throne of Glass right now because ACOTAR's coming out soon. And also, I'm also rereading Shadowhunters, and I'm realizing how much I love YA. So I feel like I would have more success with a lot of these YA books compared to a lot of these other Romantasy books. And I don't want to waste like $40 a month just to get the Romantasy subscription and not like it. So I decided not to get that. Next is this book. I was really happy to get because of how pretty it is. One second. I heard a lot of amazing things about this one too. It's the recent release. It's called The Sun and the Star Maker. If you guys have read any of these fairyloot versions, let me know. Painted like the starry night sky. I don't know if you could see that. And then the bottom is just like white swirling. Continuation of the bottom snow. And I think this is a standalone, I want to say. I'm really happy with this edition though. Look at the naked hardcover. I might save this for like when it becomes winter again, because look. It's this like perfect winter book. It's so pretty. And then the reversible jacket is on the other side. I think that's the original cover also. And then this one, it's a author that I recently just read from, and I love their writings. So I was happy to get this in my box. It's Roshani Chakshi's. I read Last Tale of the Flower Bride by them, so The Swan Daughter. This is so pretty. Look at this. It is such a fairy tale looking book. And I love that there's like little designs of foiling at the front. End pages. Then this is like the end pages of this. I love the coloring on this. It looks very like rose gold. And then the reversible jacket is just the regular cover. But I'm so happy with this, and now that I know that I like Roshani's writing, I will jump into this soon. It's such a fairy tale looking book. I think also that's the reason why I love YA books, because they do fairy tales so well. I think this is the last fairyloot book I have, and I think I know which one this is. Oh yeah, so I've never read a book from this author. I think I've heard like a lot of amazing things about her book, but this one is very different because I think it's more like YA sci-fi that she's writing into right now. It's called Cold Wire by Chloe Gong. I've never read anything by her, but I do love like cyberpunk style stories and movies, and I'm excited to see what I think of this. This is the regular cover, and it says the future is loading on the back, and then the naked hardcover, and I think this is like a train passing by. This that is so cute. So since I have all these fairyloot editions, I'm gonna have to start reading some of them because obviously I don't want to be wasting money on special editions that I'm not gonna read. So I think I'm gonna start doing like a little series to start reading these fairyloot books. I wish I had a more variety of the genres for it, but right now I'm just doing YA because again, this subscription is expensive, and like I said, I didn't do the Romantasy one because Romantasy is just so miss for me right now that to spend 40 bucks on books that I might not even be guaranteed to like, it's just not something I want to do. So I might start doing a series where I start reading these books. Who knows? We'll see. But yes, that was it for all my special editions. I do have some pre-ordered for the rest of this year from Fairyloot also. That is books that are special edition that are outside of their monthly subscriptions. It'll be coming over the next year or so. Some of them, like I pre-ordered like a few months ago, they're not coming out for a little bit. And once I do get more of those books and more special editions as the year goes on, because I know there's a lot of that are anticipated releases that are coming out with different special editions. If you guys saw Cassie Clare's Instagram with the Wicked Powers, and she showed all the different versions of it, especially the ones I have my eye on. It's Target exclusive edition, Walmart, and Barnes & Noble. Those three are the ones I have my eye on. That's a lot of money for books, so yeah, we shall see. But again, thank you for watching. If you want more videos like this, like and subscribe. It really does help my channel a lot, and I will see you all next time. Bye!